Hello and welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 and hits 103.9 FM in Accra, in Kumasi on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including A1 Radio Bolgatanga, Kekeli FM Ho in Keligi FM Boli, and Radio Max in Takrady. Get radio, TV and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. Coming up in less than an hour, residents of Kumewu will exercise their franchise to elect a representative for parliament in a crucial by-election.
Probably the brand of the manufacturers of the drug, and that's exactly what I check.
I just checked the date, whether it has not expired.
I have to check the expiring date on it, yes.
Yes, I'm the chosen one for the constituency.
And we're going to rewrite history. So we'll leave it to the people to decide.
Kumewu people know who the true indigent and the true son of Kumewu is.
Also, ATNPP MPs re-energized push for President Akufo-Addo to sack Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta as they pile pressure on Majority Leader to convene an emergency meeting with the presidency.
We are expecting the president to invite us, the majority caucus, or at least the majority leader to invite the majority caucus to an emergency meeting to help to, indicate the way forward for the caucus and for our government.
In business,
Bank of Ghana directs commercial banks to submit recapitalization plans by September this year as it moves to ensure banks build required reserve buffers. Details on the Joy Business Report.
And much later in the bulletin, singer King Promise opens up on how he kept his focus during the years he could not win a VGMA award despite dropping hit songs.
Everyone can see I always kept going regardless, because it's I feel like I have a higher calling than just letting things get to me and not reaching my full potential.
I am Maame Esi Thompson. Details shortly. In less than an hour, Kumewu residents will exercise their franchise to elect a representative for them in Parliament. Ahead of the crucial vote, the Electoral Commission has charged the political parties and candidates to ensure their agents at the various polling stations are qualified and will be of good behavior to ensure a fair and safe process. After more than 6 weeks of campaigning, here's a news desk report of all that has happened in the Kumewu constituency.
On Monday, March 27, the sad news of the demise of Philip Baswa, who represented the people of Kumewu, set the stage for a by-election. The race is between 4 candidates representing the MPP, NDC, and 2 independent candidates. In 2020, the MPP won the seat with more than 14,000 votes. Their new candidate, Ernest Yawenim, is hoping to retain the seat.
It's not just about the win, but it's about the margin of win. Yes, I'm the chosen one for the constituency.
NDC's Kwesi Amankwa says they have a chance as the prevailing economic conditions deteriorate.
It's not going to be a marginal win. It's going to be a landslide victory. The youth of Kumewu especially are ready for this change and they are backing this change.
The independent candidate, Kweku Dua, who defected from the MPP years ago, came close to snatching the seat in the 2020 parliamentary election. And this time, he's hoping to make history.
So we'll leave it to the people to decide whom they trust. I'm ready and willing to work with all the stakeholders.
The process hasn't been without drama. The 2 independent candidates who both bear the name Kweku Dua were both wrapped in kente and had similar logos. The Electoral Commission was forced to step in. The newest Kweku Dua on the ballot sheet says he was disappointed that the EC changed his symbol to a hoe.
And then the EC went on and gave me a hoe. We didn't have any agreement on that, but at the end of the day, the Kumewu people know who the true indigent and the true son of Kumewu is, and that is me. We are the 4th candidate.
But what are the expectations of the residents?
Every delegate, every voter in Kumewu constituency to vote massively for Honorable Ernest Yawenim.
Me Kwekus, me mpai bone say enka NDC be wini sa seat we.
Mo wa hanu ebrada mu behu said ya ba no ebesi akọ. Ya tunu boom boom boom.
Let's take you live to the ground now. Nana Boachi Adam is there for us. Nana Boachi, how are things shaping up for the election this morning?
Maame Esi, this morning we are currently at Ewu for the crucial by-election. Well, it's an hour go, but the EC is here to settle for the electoral process to officially begin. As we speak, the Inspector General of Police, Dr. Dampare, is deploying his men to the various polling centers. Immediately you enter Kumewu, you will see heavy security presence alongside our colleagues from other media houses here. So I can tell you that Kumewu is really prepared for the crucial by-election, which is yet to start. We know that it would start in an hour time.
Thank you very much, Nana Bwachi Yadom of Love FM. And keep your dial right here at the election headquarters. We'll be bringing you all the updates. Away from that, 80 legislators are pushing for President Akufo-Addo to revisit his promise to relieve the Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta from his post. Almost a year ago, President Akufo-Addo asked the Majority Caucus to allow the embattled Finance Minister to conclude negotiations with the International Monetary Fund as well as the presentation of the 2023 budget before any talk regarding his resignation. Speaking with Joy News in an interview, MP for Subim Eugene Bwachi Entry said they're looking up to the Majority Leader Osaiche Mensah-Bonsu to reconvene a meeting with the President.
We are expecting the President to invite us, the Majority Caucus, or at least the Majority Leader to invite the Majority Caucus to an emergency meeting to help to, indicate the way forward for the caucus and for our government.
You heard MP for Subin Eugene Bwachi Entry. Now, Pensioner Bondholders Forum is giving government up to Friday, May 26, to pay all outstanding coupons and principals, or they will resume Phase 3 of their picketing. The group suspended Phase 2 of their picketing at the Finance Ministry on May 12 after government gave them enough assurance to pay all matured coupons owed them by May 16, 2023. But convener of the group, Dr. Eduanani Entry, says government has not paid the monies yet.
2 coupons were due on the 15th. We haven't heard anything about that. Another coupon is due today, and we haven't heard anything about that. And then the meeting that we asked to be convened for us to talk about the payment of the outstanding principals to the ministry never called that meeting. So we said by this week, Friday, if we haven't resolved this issue and they continue to be outstanding, then we will no longer be waiting. After 2 weeks of suspension, we will go back to the picketing. That is why we've written to the ministry. We are informing the press.
Dr. Eduanani Entry is convener of the Pensioner Bondholders Forum. Amidst growing concerns over the fragile state of businesses, former President and flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, John Dramani Mahama, has called upon the government to prioritize safeguarding enterprises by fostering a predictable economic environment, emphasizing the crucial role of stability in driving sustainable growth. Mr. Mahama reiterated his stance during his address at the 7th Ghana CEOs Summit.
Legislation to cap how much government accumulates in debt will become necessary so that tomorrow another government doesn't come when we have achieved stability and goes on a borrowing spree and creates the same kind of problem that we have. So a conducive environment for the private sector is to have stability and predictability in the economic management, that the CD is going to remain relatively stable. Even if it deteriorates, it will deteriorate at a gradual rate every year and either make investors fold up and go away, or some of them, move out to our neighboring countries.
And despite picking up the Songwriter of the Year in 2019, singer King Promise went 2 years without winning another award at the VGMAs. This was despite multiple nominations and hit songs music lovers were dancing to. The singer told Andy Dusty on Daybreak Hits that he kept his focus even though it felt as if his hard work was not being recognized.
No, like everyone can see, I always kept going regardless. Because I feel like I have a higher calling than, just, letting things get to me and not reaching my full potential, Because a lot of people listen to me and it brings joy into their lives, puts a smile on their faces, make them feel good, lifts them up when they're down. And that's like a higher calling, you understand? Like when I had, in 2019 I won, and since then I hadn't won till this year. But the years where I hadn't won, I was still going hard, I just kept going, bro. Like I just kept dropping music. it's funny when those things happen. I just always come back with a smash.
Musician can promise they're bringing us to the end of this bulletin. In our headlines, in less than an hour, residents of Kumewu will exercise their franchise to elect a representative for parliament in a crucial by-election. Keep your dials right here. We'll be bringing you all the latest. Business is up next on the Super Morning Show.